Eradia ye oye wate se wetimi enyankwa sori na na pay. Moja edi efusane ewo omudie na chese nyankropo na wo bo no ade pa o ma wo no onya emfa o entwaye. Uwie ye nso de ai ne. Unya mfiate asefo asase so. De waka fa wo no ebebem. Medie no eye Elaine Attoh me ma wo akwaba kese pa ede ba dwebrem du medie ne so bebi a edu no eye around town. From the Christian faith, the man will leave his family to become one with his wife. And what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Ghana's courts and churches are flooded with divorce cases, so much so that it is becoming sickening. Church weddings and court weddings have all suffered serious divorce attacks. Are you seeing these things happening in our country these days? Sadly, our traditional marriages have been reduced to what we call mere engagements. And if weddings are entailed, then trust me, the marriage doesn't exist at all. It won't even be recognized. Who are we pleasing anyways? Do the Europeans have a full traditional marriage of what we are now calling engagements? Do they have a full package? Do they even practice it? As much as we have taken upon ourselves to be doing what we call the white weddings? Are we not sucking away potential spouses, potential couples? Are we not sucking away? And are we not putting too much pressure on a young couple who would want to get married? Our traditional way, which is the rightful way of getting married? Are we not sucking them? Are we not putting too much pressure on them? Now look at what we have in this country now. There are so many baby mamas and baby daddies flooding the system so much so that there's so much bitterness in them. Just because somebody failed to marry them due to what we call lavish weddings, lavish white weddings. What are we teaching our grown-ups, or what are we teaching the ones that are looking up to us? Around Town today looks at 15 surprising traits that will veer a potential marriage, a potential couple, a loving one, into divorce. The 15 ones of the toppest of them all is too much affection too early. Oye bisa say denti and America say too much affection too early. Na say affection so de e ka ho na odo no etimi edimu. Enye say ebi a wo kira obi odo nko a na say wo de hu ma no enko a na e kire say sebio wo do nipa ne kra ama. Ahyase no eya na efe de pa yi say motimi aware na mo kira mo hu odo sonko. Nenso sa utimi eko involve yourself too much e de hu e de koma nipa ne too much wadwuma a wo ye sebio we fie adwuma a wo ye ene nipa ne frɛ wa acho beken ko pa na wo ko. Don't you realize that these things when to me amfa mani biomu a na chese blockage bi abem na chese bufo bi abem sa na ye ekɔ no wo hye bibia say especially ye ma no wo di bibi e kyerɛ yen na when to me antoa so a ye hu say dia na wo ye no na ye fake sa na ye te inti se obesha accept friend babe darling patro me de me friend me baby o me nya kra nya bofra sa baby no me de me mpe Kofi abana kwadwo fanidin efrenu na enka honum na ebia wo hye baabi na phone call bi ba na wentimi aka babe na wentimi aka darling a wo ba no enye nsusu ebi say na chese wo hye baabi eye bibi. You see, these things, we are not saying they are not beautiful. They are beautiful. Pet names for your woman, for your man, for your husband, they are beautiful. But when a woman is trained in a certain way in a relationship and it's no more forthcoming, trust me, you're doing twice, 2 times ahead at a mema. In 10 years, I'm baby more. Nedi asema start to say eba. Nanto kwan kitten na start to say eba. Dia a second one a mismatched expectations. Aso unsusu ya udi era aware ni mu no etesen ni ususu ye de nti aye kan susu ye no ususu ye month na say di hu kobo unsusu ye ne say o we de mehia bibia obeto ama me wo betimi ahwe me busua wo betimi atua me school fees bi se me pese me kotua me masters no so a wo betimi atua de ama me ana say ahya ase no wo de ne ye bi akireo say de aye kan aye no too much affection or the near be hrel in your expectations no ususu say ebe kwa wie ye no sa na ewo say relationship no marriage no aware no sa na ewo say ko ankoko sa pe enie na pepe mu na start say ba na question marks na start say air flow front right back center na eba all angles eno no sa wo hwe na expectations too higher mesrew sa aware no in the first place kwa men kom. Because you should not have a particular type of expectation. Together. That is how the marriage or the relationship will grow. If you are not say, men was a minyama, mienu, and I say miensa. Or no susu ye say, I was so timmy would train, and so economic instability in no, I was a more back up and a mutimishe, and the enemy to me was say, now start to say eba. Third one, a communication shortfalls. So, worry. And as I must start to say more in the courting process. Now, dear, your friend in commodity, we have what we call communication, and we have what we call effective communication. Effective communication deals with a total understanding of one another. Meno, meteme huase say ye be wo miensa. E wo say be ma no enso etiase say ye wo miensa flat. And yes, in the middle of the relationship, and as our really muno, na member beka say, oh, sebi, media sebi, my asia brain, and yadia me would train at what was so sa. And then I say, was all a bemano, ebe catch us any or carbon ako. And fantiasiamba. Communication, and so are very effective. And they say, I will say, ye ched dine back, and now ye share one bedroom. Marco Casa same way, Namoko Rawa, really muna bemano, or sha. Oba hu funu ne ten nti ana say sebio oba no so yini draws eto ha oyini brazier to ha obema ne mpesa nti mo ntimi akasa asem we muko ra aware empa ne so no utimi hu say na branti e we say snoring crowd anya asem geto boy apotro kramba sa niam we nyina se mo antena se anka ho asem chores in the house, monetary aspects in the house, who is going to take what aspect of the house chores, of the financial processes. Mo ntimi anya sa niam we nyina na mo ntimi communicate effectively a eden to kwa beba dachi. Financial woes. Remember na sebio okopa oba eni e de opa bia na wo to ama no. KFC na de na eko. Choba fane ko choba. Choba wo ho fane ko choba. No who say choba so etimi eba relationship ni mu. No the parcels bremi eni a gift akesi eni a mother-in-law to be na yakita say ni say nyame nya okese wa na wo dore anwa na wotia ya odonko na ye ode se menhia din akese ni e de frew o be sha ase o be sha relationship na se na ye ode na oti de donko say oti donko oti donko na ye ode na ekodu mfinfin honum na maame na mba there's a relationship I'm handling right now on my lap enya asem kuma be ma no oba ne papa etimi ka che be ma ne se na konua kronto obi mba efie ada be ma ne so ko bu oba na nim to say hwe odwan ka me to be fie ha aden on sa sha ase no wutimi di bibi ekyere omo afei ekodu mfinfin no ene na gia no fourth gear ntimi mba third gear ntimi mba na adane akwanhia agban na nsam ebesisi yesremu share, if you don't cut your coat according to your size, when you are entering a relationship, you will face so many financial woes. Eya na ye say joint account no ebi eboa. Ebi mpe, ebi so epe. The effective communication pertaining to your financial stability or instability or what you can be able to afford in the marriage or the relationship. Saving money for the future, saving money for who buys what. Is one of the best ways to me create a sort of financial backing at the amamu. Now mo need financial backing, mo need communication. Beti me aboa momo who say wona wo to sa niama we di abefie, wona wo di dwade abefie. Me na me to provisions di abefie, me na me tu ankola school fees, me na me tu ebia rent. Ne sa niama na ekoto ba akonko aso a na ono nso de bia na osan masika to the family members na especially my ebusuafo dosu. Trust me, bema no wo be paba wobedwane when dwane krampo a wobestarte are deficient in so many things and the problems about relationship that leads to instant divorce. The next one is an addiction. Addiction comes in so many forms. It could be say you can addiction am for drink ebeko inro sebi no boni nko eso enye no nko be maybe is addicted to football. It's addicted to say Saturday Sunday na nke wo say onya family time edema mo no na akoda ne problem. Eno ane so no de okoto be crate e de be fie ho a ene na TV no si ekiri ene na whatever games e wo so obo no not a game na ti no obo. That is his addiction. And I say oye obia oye workaholic. He brings his work from the office to the home. So there's no space for family time. There's no space for you to communicate, to have fun, to be able to have access to your children. When these addictions happen, it causes divorce. Trust me, because ebia wajone enkoso say you are taking too much of your time away from your family. Family is about bonding. It's about connecting and knowing one another more. Ebia sa time no afia na mawo foforo. Obem oba no ebe hia mwa ewo kitchen hono. Ana say so akora ni mu na oba no so enya ne ho. No ntimi enye house chores ni nyina emfama ebusua no. Na say wo be ma say biu wo de adwuma free fie ba. Ana say boys omo be fie ono ma betena say no ono a e wo so san ye aduane Emma Crado, or ya, or Bessan Yediane, Edia, Mamma, boys, now betting if you no, Namosa, bomb football, Nadiano. Yana, it becomes very complicated and becomes strenuous on the marriage and on the woman. That is where the complaints start. And unti edum pemwa gudia, na obane se wabre, won't tia see dintia was se wabre. Ampa wabre because uja ejumani nyina edegu ono ne so yenka said the kitchen is supposed to be for the man or the house chores is supposed to be for the man. No, you're supposed to share it and have an understanding, come to a conclusion. Say e was say sebi be manyansa wo utrim kakra ni ntia wo se wo so ba no wabre ntia wo se utimi buano. Your addictions can be a cause of a divorce in your family. The next one is scarcity of your friend common interest. Obi say compatibility. Ebia ope TV telenovela. On say mana aba nesesi ano telenovela no one say that's so no mo 247. Be man interest ni honum. Inti ebia se sika ofie di ono so be TV on the side or in another room. No ono so share. Do you realize you're creating separation between you two? Why don't you set a common goal? First, no na mekai say you be by the far side. Cousins ni nyina ye betenase na enane eja they bring us together. On say because a idea etimi emma family come together nintino. The mother and the father join and we all watch together. Whatever lessons we are not understanding that have to be taught to us, the family come together, the mother or the father, and we discuss it. Na yesu idea na ye kwa yenim. Nenso eneno dia ye hu ewo most family houses ne say wonu ne ni je say obekwa akoye yoga ade no oba ekoye yoga be ma no so beka so no so kobo football. So now where will the children stand if there's no compatibility, there's no common interest? Bobia ka say omboludu wo fie ho o ware mu mbobi ampe mu mbobi common games a wo fie ho num ne kra no mu mbobi e bia word puzzles e wo fie ho num no obi anya na drink say ode obey inculcate sa ade no e we busua ne mu. Inti so far as there's no compatibility, there's no common interest in the house, there will be separation. Oh say eyana hey baba hey baba hey baba hey baba I am actually sorry. Sa man for be bompaye wo se me pa cho nyame frɛ wa wan frɛ me anka ho. Nyame na frɛ wo nkwa wan frɛ me anka ntia ne no ba na chia ne to na wada. E wo se obe ma ne so sorry no bompaye. Oba no so na ori ade ato ne pillow. Wo kokra wada. Yam frɛ me anka ho into one bompaye ni bi. From the beginning of the relationship, did you realize that this woman or this man was a prayerful person? Did you choose a praying partner as your wife or your husband? If you did not choose that, did you decide to inculcate, to inhibit it in his life or her life, and it didn't work? If it didn't work, trust me, don't say that the person will change overnight. You cannot change a 40-year-old, 30-year-old man or woman. Inti yan fan shena seninti onye inti sa common interest no eni ho one won bom paye nkwa na obebo ho paye na e de separation mentemi ho ase e de aba. Say, you will be your friend appreciation. Women especially, now men also want it. But it's up to you, the woman, to know how to make your man feel about himself. Say oba ye niti, say oba etimi was slim down kakra. Ama o be man, because sometimes women do this for their husbands. And so oba man wo oba nso hu say oba eti be ma eti efu a wo be ka kire no. Wetimi, sometimes even after sex, are you able to say thank you to your man? Sometimes, after the woman cooks for you, are you able to appreciate the effort that went into the cooking and say, sweetheart, today the meal was wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time to cook for the family. The little nitty bitty things that add up appreciation to the marriage. Trust me, it helps in marriage. Now, these little things, thank you. The little things, they also help us a lot. Now, kid conundrums. Utimi wa akola we fie na akola we pa de wo tete nipa wo hadwen. Ana say sebio, utimi eko wo akola bi a wo ye sebi Down syndrome in kwala ni bi. Eya na unim say etimi e divorce eba. Because maybe the mother would like to have so much affection and time for the child to be helping the child mentally and psychologically. But the man wa papa siketi mi akomu omo aye de omo beye bia sebi sometimes mudu nipe mu na akola tantrums no ene na wa start no oye ne bi sebi na frustrate wo ana say de anim guase bi ebebe ebusua no eno sa no it brings so much strain and stress and pressure on the man and the woman, so much so say ankohwe yi na warijaye etimi akoba nti say oba sebi na ha adwen ewe ebusua ni mu. Sometimes you should involve a psychotherapist or a psychologist to be able to help you with a child of that nature, to bring the two of you together. Otherwise, every time ask how to train that particular or curb that particular child. The next thing is stonewalling. I mean stonewalling. Stonewalling, we said then stonewalling. Sebio mema ne netire stonewalling pa. We die. Mopa mombo me. Nenso ye mema ne netire stonewalling. Obema asema ba na one na eka obehwe either so obewo ne phone so no ignore the work and eka onye hu the work and eka one na eka asema ehia no na wo nante ko anasa asema ehia wo no enye ono na asem hia anasa one na edi nkwamo bi a beboa mo ani mu relationship ni mu no ka asem foforo kwa no abo webu. Every time this partner decides say wo asema wo beka no enye na hia asem communication deficiency ebem. Meka wontie wopa no betie meka no aboegu meka no yineni. These things become a huge problem because you've not opened yourself up for the man or woman to be able to penetrate you when it comes to communication effectively. And then anshe pa wo be ma no hu ne say ye bibio, because most times men don't even realize say that way a problem kese pa. And it makes the woman feel undervalued, unappreciated, and unloved. Trust me, with this one, the women walk away faster. You never know. But munjai, especially match bonds, no munjai. Defensiveness. Especially match bonds, no. Defensiveness. Also, men become very defensive when you attack them. Me hu sa ade ne bebre se ebia abrante na one ne wo honom no ukunu na one ne wo honom no bibi esi ana se what have feel late na se bi one ne be kasa. How you talk to the man will make him be very defensive on any issue, no matter what. Then so woba na o avoid it. Men become defensive when you ask them, and I didn't know what esa or be defensive. But when you play the silent trick on them, one can start explaining without you asking. Trust me, women, learn how to be silent when a man is being defensive. It always helps. Wobet to me. Director. Trust me, when a woman becomes silent and you do not talk much, you only ask the very important questions. We free doma bana say we free kroma bana unim say wache. And I say why ya dia ense say woye na e affect wono. Share embisa no. Just show him love. Cook for him. Sad and the crowd you have the best of sex with him. he himself will realize that you're yeah, no, wanyadi, although on beka sorry, no, this way basis I will feel. I'm telling you, use this and it will help you in your relationship. Overlooking the importance of mutual respect. Some relationships start with friendship, and it's so beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. Now, in the course of the friendship, no, say anhwe ye, obetimi akobu oyere anase ukuru nimtia. Obetimi aka asem bi ede etia no a ebetre say sebio ebia wummu ade enso na wobu ade. Se oma etoa so a na wo bia nka ho asem a afei de obu a mo de share relationship na asem na e free honum anhwe ye a mo party ase ana mo amufie kra mo ye get together na in the course of maybe a formal setting bi an informal setting bi na mo te ona mo didi mo nkomo anhwe ye na wakoka asem bi a mo feel say ye normal na akoye total disrespect for both of you on one another and to the outsiders, especially your friends. Mutual respect in relationship, you should never lose it. No matter how much of friends you have become in your relationship, if you maintain it, even if the love in the relationship runs dry, the mutual respect will hold the two of you together and it will keep the relationship going without thinking of divorce. That was the 11th one. Yeah, go on to the 12th one, which is over criticism. Criticism overload. Hey, na unkwa de bia na de ba ko na wo ka ho asem. Wo ta complaining too much, especially your man. Bibia na complain, bibia na criticize. E bia toothpaste no mia free mfimfin. Wo mia free mfimfin. O de okwa mia free to obehu. Mia free to obehu. E bia wo yi ne socks to nchen na ade. What ya ne kakra eye. Wan kasa ye wadwuma. Sasania money free hodum. Wo your bar, wo siesie fie, wo kra fie. Men don't like being over criticized. Men don't like being talked in the face like that. Eyana emwa. They don't like it. Please. Over criticizing them and making them feel as little of a man as they are supposed to be. They will be ineffective in your home. Do not do that to a man. Do not create divorce where there is no need for a divorce. Excuse me. Contemptedness. Eyana when you saw the Obama and aso baba yamawa. Eyana yepa. Emma, we create an association. We create groups. We create friends who tell us, "Oh, me kunu to away mami. Hey, look what my husband bought for me. He bought me the new iPhone." And he wants to go fie na. Now I start me phone I say you. Na kwame yire kwame timi ato phone na man yire na we want to be mami. Hey, bra. Hey, sister. Let me tell you this story pertaining to contempt. If you be, they share a wall, but wall no a short. You may have heard the story. Wall no a short. Now there are opposite families in there. This woman, and then kunomu pia. Bema ni baby anu ebie door no dia mo ba no etene mu kama no watum and so no be kwa kwatena se tuka no. It happened for years. The next family no oba no ene ono akasa ko bie ne do no wetine mu no okọ no omokọ no wetiem no wetine mu no omokọ ote hu sa de we na ene fepa e no start so ne kunu e ko ntokwa se na wo de wunya brantie wunya gentleman we ni mie we kurasini hu so omo nche no de bia no abrantie ne timi ko bie do no e de ma ne yere no wetine mu fefefe no omokọ da be na we ni be bie e no ka sa kire ne kunu ya one day and no more exchange or man or more exchange pleasantries. And okay, say, your husband is such a gentleman. He makes sure he opens the door, the car door for you every time for you to sit in before you drive out. Wow, I wish my husband Kwame was like that. My husband is not a gentleman at all. Or say, she when I will be sure, when you bought Bumi or Democrats, I bet as a son, I will pay. She and your Branian din sister, Yaboda, was a debbie and Bomida, or say what's your or say debbie and Tiamida, or say she. Do na nkasa na say kanu 88 do na say awai inti se me nimu bie se me ko bie na awai a mo hwe no sa mo besere yen inti ene ono abie ni such a way a do ne handle na nkowai na do ne mu na nkowai na nkotofem na ono ankasa atu won penim guase bia na eni sika ye beka se ye san de kotodo e ho na oba ne de nsa so na no se bo ase kona kwapa okunu chow na dina wedi na tem kwa na yeye de no from te hoda agenya mepe eya kai say al qaeda misraw be content with what your husband gives you. The next one is playing the blame game. Blame games. Say ebia unim say we aye oyere na aye ade bi en say mfata hu hia say wo be blame no o de blame ni nyina beto ono ne so. Sometimes give the benefit of the doubt in the relationship. Ukunu aye bibi in fact there's a word for it in tree, but do not always make sure that kai no dio ye o den kai mano say man kan say men fa de wonto na o sa de akoto won man kan say o san kwan asanten men kosan ni man kan say o tiamu ni nten enkotie ni. Every time na wo blame no relationship matters and I say mo problems bi a ewo ho no na waso asem no e de akwa bontin na wo blame okunu no and so yere na blame be ma no oba no so blame oba ma no. Just sit back and relax and assess the situation. Say e ba wo so na wo yesa ade na anka wo so obefa ne sen and I say be ma na wo blame no no wo so ebefa asem ne sen. Always make sure there's a balance. Always make sure there's a balance. If I were the husband, how would I have gone about it? If I were the wife, how would I have gone about it without blaming her or him? I should rather take on whatever the blame is, blame myself, access myself, be a better person, and reform the relationship, rejuvenate the relationship, so as not to bring problems into the marriage. There are your friend sweeping problems under the rug, and that is the final one. Yes, say, Emma, I didn't you before so. Penny for Akasa, no cre. And say, Emma, I didn't you before so. A yana emboa. Nanso, when it comes to marriages, in same be wohonomwa, it was a multimitinas and amukan wasem. Man can wasem more. Trust me, a very recurring situation in the family or in the relationship. Every time be anamukum, every time be anamukum. Pese sa de way ebesi wo relationship mo asem si amontena se na monka nenso make sure say enkoye ntokwasem ebeye a mutual understanding and talking about it with effective communication and love. And one of the most ways to express yourself is by waiting to see how the balance of the person's character is, the person's demeanor is. So when you jam so ni jemu so sha eno before mu sadano men and Nkasa, or when you more friend, Namonte Komo, prepare the best meal and have the best conversation. Namonte me enka na enko. Before we end, whatever good marriage it is, you, the couple involved, that's what we call an appraisal of one another. Be bold. Be bold. Pahun toma. Tana se nakachre ne se medo ade we a one me ye no mampe. Nenso me se train na ne kasa wo bra enije wo fie. Men kasa wo bra ebufu wo. Have a good appraisal of one another. Cook the best meal. Chale, change the environment. Sempane kra na sesa position no. Option so na emboadea. Munko honeymoon, second honeymoon, third honeymoon, mun free na munko mother-in-law, father-in-law na mutri omobano. Omunso wo omodie. They have their problems. They have their marriage problems. Do not let them bring their problems onto you. The pastor cried here, wa bless our renewi. Onu ankasa no wontena ne fie ne problem ne yere kra bono. Onu ka yes amasa kra wo fie. Nenso na waso our problems e dia koma no. The two of you started the relationship with nobody there. The best way to make the relationship grow is to maintain it by having a weekly appraisal. Speak with one another. Let the understanding be. What we say, yenini, we grow. Look at me. Right now, I'm in my early 30s. I have given you 3 babies, 4 babies. Do you realize that my boobies that were standing like that will now be facing downwards? Do you realize that my tummy may bulge? Do you realize that there will be a whole change in my vagina? Please, if you decide that the woman has changed, but you will stick with the woman's change the way she is and not look down on her and rather make her feel beautiful. The same beautiful woman you married is the same beautiful woman standing in front of you. Do not make her feel less of herself. The same man, handsome man you married, is the same handsome man standing in front of you. Do not make him feel less of himself. Do not disrespect him, disregard him, or be in contempt in whatever he does for you. Make sure you have a weekly appraisal of love, care, and understanding, of being bold to talk about the things that affect both of you negatively and positively. And by so doing, the divorce cases that are going on in the courts will minimize, and we will not have spouses running away from their homes. And in this day and age, where younger generation want to get married, they will surely know that our ede efe into almost assemble obi dia beto dwa sesi a me pa cho menya ne ntie se wo se wotimi hu baby a wukunu free baby a wo yere free ebi wo ho a wotimi aware ayi o se o free o se hey baby o free wadodo menko wo hu baby a wukunu ana se o yere free a mesraw etimi kodane ohaw any amane our relationship ni mu enti ye mpese sa de we besi, and then do a research of the family, do a thorough research of the family you are about to get married to. Know the family very well. Gone are the days where you saw one sa na saw one sa na come abo mu ni mo na aware mo family friends na aware family friends. You marry who you know, who is close to the family. Those ones, the marriages never break apart. But nansi I say yankasa yeah dear worry Gen Z marriage no eno dear problems ye will be with ye hanom Samson ye ra Samson yetimi worry man ne ma me kofa oba no efri se bi o mekra se e de bre no ene na me no kase say Mr. Samson kasa was my wife, she's a good woman, then so no ni ne ba bia o no hu ne da neni hu ne da sabi o won ro ne dross da nenso ya ware no ede na ama no ama enene ne o ma ware na ye from etimi ko nenim won nwene divorce hu mpo da koko na ewo ho a koko no munum abete no mbedi abete no mudi KFC bi anka ho pacho mommy enjoy divorce any baby mama ni baby daddy drama. Women have become so bitter in this life that when you meet another woman who wants to marry another man no or ya be woni mu nti odo ain't me nyini from and that program we ye kasa ye be kasa achepa mommy traso tew esan say ente edi cancel eba beto aso. My name has been Elaine Attoh. I have been your host for this particular segment, and I am going to be your host for the next segment. Stay on.